your brain, the human mind comes up with everything that we've seen so far, so that's a great place for creation, great place to pull ideas. So, you pull ideas from your mind, you're just thinking up shit, and so.
And here we are. Guys Being Dudes, episode 27. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to Guys Being Dudes. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, if you're a visual learner, then YouTube. But Luke, how's this Tuesday going for you, man?
Man, like I said, it's December 7th, episode 27. So I'm having a great day. I'm excited to be here. No, I don't have COVID, just getting off a little sinus thing, but I'm here. I'm feeling good, feeling right. Let's get it going, baby.
Let's get it going, man. This morning, It's been a slow morning because I've had to take care of my house. My parents have gone out of town for the last week, and I've been dog sitting, right?
Okay.
Man, the other morning, I woke up to the most shit on the carpet floor I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awful, dude. I've never woken up so mad. Dude, so let me tell you guys through this, right? It's like 7 a.m. too, and my dog's licking me on my face because I have 2 dogs. I have a little pup now, and I got an older dog. Oh my gosh. Dog's licking me in the face. I wake up and it just smells like absolute shit, like a porta potty, bro.
No, it didn't.
Dude, come on, bro.
It didn't.
It smelled like a straight porta potty in my room, bro.
That's gross.
I get up, dude. When I say there's shit everywhere, guys, dude, it was all over the floor. 10 piles of shit at least. And I had to clean it up. And my room is massive. Like my room's from that wall to that wall. So I was pissed, but this morning I was super thankful for no shit. And we're here now in the barn for episode 27 on December 7th.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Day. Yep.
That is great. But, hey, if you guys are listening right now, thank you guys for tuning in every single week to listen to Guys Being Dudes. If you guys are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, make sure you guys are leaving us a rating. We're trying to grow this thing every single week. So we really appreciate that if you guys can go and do that. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you guys are always liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the video.
Turn the post notification on.
Yeah, turn the post notifications on, dude. I always forget to say that one.
It's all right.
It's all right. But no, guys, hey, get ready today because we got a creative ass mind on the podcast. This is unbelievable. We're wearing his stuff, Cerebral Mind Trust. Okay, get to know the name. Okay, get to know the name because this shit is sick. All right, guys. So please open your ears for Mr. Tre Holly. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. We're excited to have you in the barn. Thank you for finding the time to join us today.
Just making the time to do things I love. So you find a way.
Yeah, you always find a way, man. And honestly, I've been so excited to see this firsthand because the first time I saw your shit was probably a year ago. I think I think I saw it on Instagram, and then you hit me up not too long ago, sent me a video of your Art Hop promotion that we will be getting into later in this podcast. But show us what you brought today, man. You got us a couple hoodies to rock.
Yeah, I got sick. I got you some sweatshirts because it's cold up in here.
Yeah, dude, it's freezing.
And then just because it's cold in general, cold world.
Yeah, it is a cold world.
I got some t-shirts. I got some sweatshirts. Got a long sleeve. Every season I try to do one of each item or some type, just keep it different, dude, because, I don't know, all the brands out there that you just make one type of garment. It's really annoying. It's just it's boring. It's
so what do you mean? T-shirts, long sleeves,
jackets, pants, all kinds of shit, coffee mugs, just random stuff, bro. Put your logo on shit because, that's the things I don't know. I read this thing about merchandising in general, and it's if you really want to be a household name, if you want to be if you don't want to just be you're known for just making that, you got to put your name on other stuff. You got to put your name on swimwear. You got to put your name on Coke cans. You got to put your name on everything. You know what I mean? Every type of, there's always some type of way to advertise, market on something, and if you can do it in your unique way or whatever, you're probably bound to become a household name with your business or whatever it is. Yeah, for sure.
So stuff like that, dude, and just making it relevant to a bunch of different things too. That's why I kind of chose the name Cerebral, and that's why it kind of makes sense the way it does. It's because your brain, the human mind comes up with everything that we've seen so far, so that's a great place for creation, great place to pull ideas. So, you pull ideas from your mind, you're just
thinking up shit, you know? Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of the stuff I just think up, kind of like stuff that, you know, you see something, it's like, you know, it's like an equation, you know, you see something on TV.
Yeah. 100%.
And then you see something else in, you know, in real life and you're like, we put those two things together or something. And then
so you just draw inspiration from your life.
Draw inspiration from my life, draw inspiration from the things that have happened, the things that I see happening in the world. Mm-hmm. It's just like just watching the world turn. You just kind of see shit happen. So
now, when did you start doing this? Were you doing this back at Edison?
Dude, Edison, I mean, you could say in a way, but it hadn't came together as a full like thought out idea.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I know I want to do something like this. I know like, cause I was one of those people where it's like, bro, you know, you're like, you feel like you're first to everything. Mm-hmm. You're like, dang, dude, like had SBs like back when I was like freshman in high school, you know, like I was like coveting them, like, bro, I want these shoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need them. Like, I would like beg my parents to be like, oh, shit. My bad. But
was that a fart? Is that a
no,
fart?
It sounds like a lightsaber.
It's a
right?
lightsaber.
Oh, it's a lightsaber.
Yeah, dude.
I farted.
That's actually hilarious. But no, it's a lightsaber. Yeah, I like Star Wars. But anyways,
yeah. Show them what you got right there.
Show them this back design.
Yeah,
real
I'll
quick.
show the back. So the back,
because we're gonna throw this stuff up too.
Yeah. So the back of it has like the front has a set of keys on it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then the back is the car that the keys drive. So you know what I'm saying? And on top of the car it says "Drive Me Insane," and then under it's got my branding and stuff like that. But
sick.
It's like just, you know, like I like cars, dude. I think cars are sick. I think fast cars are dope. And you know what I'm saying? You get the keys to a fast car, you're gonna drive it like you stole it.
Yeah, 100%.
Not like, you know what I'm saying, you're renting it or something like that. So if I get keys to a fast car, I'm gonna drive that bitch like I stole it.
Cars,
drive
like
myself
clothes,
insane.
Put it together.
Exactly. So then I have this one. That one's actually called Keys. Like, they'll have names. So this one's called Keys. This one's like you know how there's like, you know, Jordan Retros and there's like numbers and stuff. So there's a 1 and a 2. This is 2. Okay. So I have a 1. I'm wearing 1 actually under here.
Okay. Is that the one where it says Cerebral Mind Trust upside down on the back?
Upside down on the back. Same.
Yeah.
So on the back it has the back details the same as the front, but it's upside down.
Is that a puff print? Is that like that? It's like it's elevated off the shirt, correct?
Yeah, it kind of has a lift to it. You can kind of feel it.
Okay.
So yeah, and it kind of does.
You all your stuff is pretty high quality. Like I see the embroidery on your chest.
Dude,
the puff, like this is crazy, man. You got like the little details on the sleeves, like
What I think is cool though is like because we're looking for that quality, right?
Yeah, so, dude. We are. We really are.
Because there's nothing better than when you go to a store, you find something that you like, and you're like, dude, this is actually feels good. Like, this is like a good quality garment. Like I hate going to like H&M, buying something, and be like, all right, I'm gonna wear this like twice,
right?
And then it's gonna be a piece of junk. You know what I mean? Like this is stuff that I hope that it'll last, and I know the sweatshirts will for sure last. T-shirts are great quality materials, so like, and the prints are like all like good, like to the point where even if it ages a little bit, because that one I left it out in my cart in the summertime one time, and it kind of like got some like discoloration on the front of the logo. But it still looks like it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Why'd you do that?
It was a mistake.
That's a mistake.
But either way, like, you know what I mean? With that being said, like, it's just the stuff like that shows the quality like later on.
Right.
That's the shit I'm looking for. Like when I try to like go and like source material, or you try to like find a sweatshirt that you want to print on or something like that.
So how old are you right now?
I'm 24.
24? How long? So how many years have you been doing this?
I have been doing this, I want to say, like legitimately like putting everything together, I want to say since like my freshman year of college.
Oh, okay. So you've been doing this for
like kind of do it for a few years, like dabbling in on it. And like even right now, bro, I'm not even to the point where I'm like, okay, like I'm making something every season. Yeah. Like, because it's just not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not far as like money wise, be able to make the business happen in that way. But far as like creating, full time. Like it's just like you know what I'm saying? Every time you just come up with something, bro. Yeah, you just come up with something and you're like, all right, I'm gonna put this shit together. And then, you know, maybe 6 months later, it'd be like, okay, now it's time to print that shit.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets fun. But
talk us through life before you started this, man.
Life before this.
What were you doing?
Baseball,
what type of kid were you? Man?
Yeah. Baseball. Dude.
Baseball?
Yes, bro.
That's right. You got Coach Brandon Simon was his coach at Edison.
Okay. Nice. B was my coach at Edison. Rolled. It was, but like not just Edison, just like COS and Biola, like that stuff was, like that was your life, dude. When you play,
you went to Biola to play?
Yeah, when you play a college sport, that is your full time job.
Oh yeah. Did you wake up? You get that lift.
Wake up, you lit. Then
what time did you lift when you played?
What time did you lift?
I lived.
has to ask
It depended on the day, but I think mornings at Biola, it was like freaking like 6:45 in the morning. I had to get there. That. Maybe earlier. If you wanted to get there early, you get there early and then go to the omelet bar at the cafe. So I usually try to make that. So
were you putting people on of Cerebral Mind Trust?
You see, that's the thing, bro. When I was at Biola, I didn't totally do my brand. I did a couple designs for another homie that I had, and he had a brand that was like, it was kind of like a Christian thing, and because it's a Christian school, and it's called Renewed.
Okay, and you're making designs.
And I was making designs for him, and kind of like helping him out with like kind of the fleshing out of his idea. And then there's another guy. He had a brand. It was called Fernesi. Okay. And that we did that for a little bit too. And my shit just hadn't. I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? Like not to the point where you're ready now, but like I wasn't like, I didn't have everything in place where I wanted it to be. And it was kind of fun to be able to do this with other people and see how theirs came through without doing yours yet. So like, you know what I'm saying? You have like, you go through that trial and error without messing up your own thing. Not to say I messed up somebody else's shit, but you know what I mean? No, like you kind of give that.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start.
You can't, your first thing's not going to be a successful hit. You got to learn from your
mistakes. Cause like I remember in high school, I did a thing called Days Off.
Okay.
With my friends, and we went to CART, and it was like, and it was like a brand that was just for the school. Like it was because we had to make some type of like enterprise of some type for this class. It
was like a project,
but it ended up being something that people were like, yo, these designs are tight. And you're like, okay, let's keep making it. Let's keep writing for a little bit. Cool. Yeah. And it, you know what I'm saying? It was just like something you try, and it worked out good, and it was really fun. So from there on, I was like, I can't wait to do this again and do it like for real.
Yeah.
With something that I really,
think that's
really
when
like.
You found like something that you really love to do?
Yeah, because I was always, like I said, I was one of those people who was always first, bro. I was like, I think, Kanye West is one of the greatest producers ever, like, I listened to fucking MF Doom when I was like, middle school. And, people are just figuring out about that shit like right now. You'd be like, dog, how do you not know? It's wild.
So music's a big inspiration too.
Clothing, fucking everything, bro.
I feel like they all tie together.
Sports, bro. Like you watched, like I remember watching like the Miami Heat play like back in the day with LeBron and D Wade, and bro, that shit used to just Chris like Bosh, bro, not even just playing basketball, because I was trash basketball, but you watch them play and you'd be like, dog, I can't wait to do something like this, like, or you know what I'm saying, just something tight, and you'd be like, just off of that hype, you'd be like, I'm gonna go and like draw something sick, and then you know what I mean, like it was crazy. It was just crazy how that kind of like inspiration works out. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, that kind of just has always been a part of my blood, so to say. But dude, before Cerebral, it was just baseball, dude. Just baseball. And trying.
And you started. Do you feel like after baseball you started growing up and started?
I mean, I'm still in the process of growing up. I think I don't think I'm done. But yeah, like baseball
have a young mind.
Actually grew. Sure. I feel like baseball grew me up more than anything else I've done so far. Like,
really?
Yeah, because dude, you had to deal with coaching staffs and deal with different people and deal with discipline and understanding like the game to the point where like, I don't know, like I said, it's your full-time job. So you're like, dude, I got to play good so I can be here and not like sit on the bench. And because I was one of those type of players that was like, bro, I don't want to sit. I don't want to play. I want to fucking play. So, you show to practice. It's not a game, bro. I got dudes that play the same position as me. You know what I mean? You're in a college squad. So there's like 4 or 5 dudes that play the same spot as you. And you're like, I'm about to be better than all y'all today. I don't know what y'all showed up on, but you know what I mean. I don't know kind of game y'all are playing, but I'm here to play today. So I'm here to play on Friday too. So like you better put up or shut up, and you bring that same kind of mentality into everything else you do, and you're gonna end up with some type of good product in some way, shape, or form. And so like that, having that like I don't know, experience kind of like teaches you like life now. You'd be like, you know, you see somebody at work and be like, oh man, I'm tired. This and the other. Like, man, I'm about to get this money. You know what I mean? So because it's like you feel that from sports because it's like that, like that's how it was. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? The sport didn't care if you like, you know, didn't eat breakfast that morning or started off late or whatever.
That's on you.
It's on you. You know, you show up to practice late or whatever. You like, all right, I better go impress somebody or I'm gonna look like an asshole today.
Exactly.
And that's where, dude. Honestly, we kind of drew some inspiration now thinking about it from baseball, right? Who was Buchanan? I don't know. Were guys being called dudes at Edison? Where like someone be like, "Oh man,
that's a fucking dude. That's a guy right there. Yeah,
that's how we kind of got the name, right?
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
Like completing a task, like doing your job. Just, you know, you get a freaking bunt down, and you're like, "That's a freaking guy."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's the dude. Like, you know, he does his shit supposed to do.
That's how we got the name right there. Guy that gets it done.
Yeah,
dude gets it done, man. But talk to us. What's your passion? Is it creating? I've asked this to one of the previous clothing brand guys, and his answer was unique. I want to hear yours. What's your passion? Is it creating the clothes itself, or is it the design aspect from it, like creating the actual image that's going to be printed onto the t-shirt?
I think it's a mixture of those two things, but I want to say that designing is probably the heart of it. Where you see some, well, in my case at least, I see something and I'll be like, man, I think I could do something with that statement, that image, that, you know, idea, and you bring that to fruition in a way that's like, okay, I can put that on a t-shirt, or I can put that on, you know, this, that, or whatever. That's the most like, that's the I want to say the center of it. You know what I mean? Like it starts there. And so that's why I'd say like the design is the most important part, or the most fulfilling part for me, at least.
So are you connecting your designs to what's happening in your life, or what's happening around your life?
What's happening in my life, what's happening around my life, what's happening in other people around me's life. Like it's just, there's just so much stuff. Like, I don't know. I've been putting together collections for a minute now. And like I'm doing this one thing where it's like, people's like TV shows and stuff that people watch, and TV shows that I like, and just media that mostly film, I'd say. But, you know, and they're just like, whether it's a movie or TV show or whatever, like I still love Star Wars. I do different, like I take the color schemes from a lot of their stuff, because a lot of the Star Wars is like, I don't know, Star Wars is life changing, bro. I don't know. We could start talking about that. We can start talking about that.
What makes it life changing?
It's about everything, dude.
Yeah.
Star Wars is about everything. If you really just like start watching it, it's about all kinds of different stuff. It's just about the way you pass on ideas, the way that communities like grow, the way that, you know, like people's relationships are formed and stuff. It's just all that mashed up into one little universe. And it's kind of like, and it's made into like, it's made to where you follow people's stories and you see how they grow up, and you see what kind of like events that happen that shape their life. And then you see like an event happen that's like, oh, that's why they acted this way, because this is already, you know what I'm saying? It's built up to this moment. And that's how like a lot of their shit was. I can't say that much about the newer, well, not all that's the newer shit. Ask you, the newer trilogy, don't get me started on that either. It's a lot of missed potential, but you know what I'm saying? Everything else around it, like the Mandalorian TV show.
Dude, the Mandalorian TV show is
the Clone
badass.
Wars TV show. Like, dude, it's about life if you really just watch it. So
wait, do you like the Mandalorian?
I love it.
Yeah, dude,
I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next with Boba Fett TV show. That one's gonna be cool too. And then there's the Kenobi one too.
Really?
There's gonna be Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. That one's gonna be fucking tight.
So you're pretty passionate about Star Wars.
Love it. I like Marvel too.
What's the Star Trek?
Star Trek? Ooh, you know, I can't say I like it as much as Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I do like respect it.
I feel like that's a common, like everyone's in agreement there. It's not better than Star Wars, but you can respect
it's different. It's different. Star Trek is more about, I'd say, because it's like the ship's hands and how they work together and how, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of the there's this other TV show I watch with Vince Forcella. It's called freaking The Last Ship. And
I've seen a commercial about that.
Yeah, and it's like Star Trek. Because there's, you know what I'm saying? There's, you know, the captain, there's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's the first mate, there's like all those freaking, like, you know, the the people who do different stuff on the boat who have a certain job, and it's like how they react to each other's, you know what I'm saying? Like in like their leadership. It's like, so that's what that's about, kind of. So it's not exactly the same, but it has the same kind of like allure to it, if you want to. But yeah, either way, like, see, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm doing designs like about like The Last Ship. I'm doing designs about like Star Wars, and you have to like know it. You have to have seen it to like understand like where it's coming from and how it's going to be put onto the stuff that you make. Because it's not like you can't just be like, okay, I'm making a Star Wars thing and put Star Wars' logo on it. No, it's like about the color scheme. It's about the, you know, the image that is depicted on the shirt. It's like not just like, it's kind of tongue in cheek. It's not exactly like right in your face, like, hey, this is from Star Wars. No, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I looked at it and I kind of understand it, and I'm like, all right, that's what that's from.
So with you throwing or grabbing inspiration from events that are going on in your life and other things, and you've thrown them onto a shirt, who's your intended audience? Like, is it guys like you who are constantly thinking, who are constantly always trying to go that extra thought?
I try to make it for everybody, bro, because when you see something and you're like, oh, I like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? It could start somewhere and end at a totally different place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, when I see like collaborations, cause like that's a big thing in like streetwear design now. Everybody wants to like collab with other people and stuff. And some of these collabs are like super basic and not like, they don't really say anything. They just throw a couple of different logos on there and it sells something. Cause like people like seeing like people's other brands mashed up that they like put together. It's like easy money. But when your collaboration is about something, it makes sense, and you're like, oh snap, that's because of that album, or that's because of this movie, or that's because of this TV. You know what I'm saying? It makes you like it more on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is one of my favorite shirts because it's this brand. They have this TV show stuff on it, and they got, you know what I'm saying, this other brand on there too. And it's like it makes sense. And so like that's the kind of designs that you want to put together rather than just throw a couple logos on there and profit. So it's not that easy. Yeah. Not when you want it to be good, I guess.
It sounds like because the definition of a cerebral person is someone who uses facts instead of emotions, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like what you're telling me is like you like using those facts, those real movies, the movies that are out there and all that, instead of your emotions, instead of someone who's out there just designing something that hopes people will like.
Exactly.
You're doing something with your own twist and throwing, you know, everything on there. So that's kind of cool. I like that.
Can you take us through? What is that?
One more, actually. This one I didn't even talk about.
Oh, the long sleeve.
Yeah,
the long sleeve.
This one's called Perspective. And it's, I don't know. What do you see on it?
I see a face, but it took me a while because I think I've seen, I think I saw it on your Instagram.
It's on the back. And it's like the same thing, but it's bigger now. So what do you see?
Oh, yeah. No, that's dope. Cerebral.
I don't see a face, though.
This one, it's
that one looks like birds.
It's both. It's birds.
Yeah.
It's birds and a face. So it's like a bunch of different stuff going on, and it's basically about your perspective. What do you see, and what you know what I'm saying? What other people see might be two different things.
And dude, that's crazy that you put that, because I put that here. I was like, when I look at your art, I feel like everyone's going to have their own image of what they're seeing.
Exactly.
No one's going to have the exact same one.
That's the point. That's exactly
the main message.
Yeah. That's like that one right there. Like, what do you see on that one?
I have no idea because I'm looking at it upside down. But Mr. Sula, what do you see, man?
I see looks like a little T-Rex or something going on right there.
Yeah, there are two dinosaurs massacring a man on the front of your sweatshirt.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Yeah. Massacring a man.
Yeah, they're just...
Where did you get that inspiration? Where's this from?
That one's called Relentless, and it's about the relentless human nature for knowledge, in my case, or at least like the relentless pursuit of what you want. Because, you know, dinosaurs just want to eat.
Yeah.
So they don't care if you're a business person. They don't care if you're poor. They just eat you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter to them. So,
dude, can you imagine like if there were still like some what are the ones that fly in the air? Triceratops or
pterodactyls?
Pterodactyls. Bro, imagine if we saw the dinosaurs today, bro. Do you guys think
we wouldn't be here, bro?
We would not be here. But do you think the
life
dinosaurs
would be a lot different? Life would be a lot different. You'd have a looming threat over you every day because you just get swooped up by a pterodactyl. That could be the end of you.
I know.
It's a lot more primitive of a life, dude. Yeah, you walk out of this podcast. Yeah, you get swooped up.
I got no more co-hosts.
Yeah. Grabs us, bro.
Yeah. See, so it changes. It's a life-changing event if dinosaurs were still to be here. So that's why it's on the shirt.
Speaking of the dinosaurs thing, dude, there's an asteroid. I saw something about NASA crashing a satellite into an asteroid that's like potentially going to come and like like do something similar. Yeah, huh?
That's what's going to save us.
Are you even for real?
Yeah, because they're saying there's this big asteroid or something that's going to come, supposed to hit Earth.
Like a dinosaur, like impacting like one like an asteroid that took away the dinosaurs.
I thought Jeff Bezos was just going to fly us all to Mars or something.
Yeah, something.
One of them needs to do something, man.
I don't know.
Do you follow all that stuff? Do
Billionaires
you follow
and like all those fucking cryptocurrencies and all this other stuff. I mean, how can you not?
Right.
It's one of those things where it's like world, now
man.
where that's where we are. That's where we're at with humanity. We're into that kind of stuff. So that's one of those things where, you know, I try, you know, like you I don't know. Do you have like a Robinhood account? Or, yeah. And see, like you try, but there's no way to be like completely on point with any of that shit. It's all gamble.
It is all a gamble.
It's all just a gamble.
For sure with crypto, because like crypto is relatively new. So like there's no saying like what's like gonna happen. Because like stocks have been around for such a long time.
And even with stocks, you can make money on like options and puts, but you know what I mean? Like you gotta know what you're doing, and that takes
it's a long
ride
for sure. And like there's like short-term capital gains tax, there's long-term capital gains tax. So no matter what, dude, like if you like what's it called? Day trade. Yeah. If you day trade and you somehow come up with just thousands of dollars and you deposit it straight back into your bank account, you're going to get taxed heavy, dude. Yeah. Like you're not getting majority of that shit, but you know, you're right. That shit is everywhere in the world today. Do you have any outside inspirations of like fashion or anything in the world that you
I mean,
model yourself
like current
after?
events, bro? Like, I don't know, it's sad, but you know, like, fuck, man, these like school shootings and shit, bro. Like, I mean, you can't help but draw inspiration.
Really?
You can't. Travis Scott's concert, you can't help draw inspiration.
How so?
Because, man, it's like human nature. It's like it's playing out in front of your face. You watch it happen, and you see things happen to people, and you see like because we were just in Vegas for that CBA tournament. We stayed like right next to Mandalay Bay, and like the Mandalay Bay is a creepy looking hotel. Casino, and it's on the corner. It's at the end of the strip, bro. It's like at night. It has that shine to it because it's gold. It has that weird shine. Well, it's not weird, but now it is weird because you know what happened there, and you know what I mean. Like the way like the twinkle of the words Mandalay Bay on the side, dude. It's just creepy looking. Yeah, and it's just little stuff like that. You know, you're like, dang, like you know what I'm saying. You're here. You're trying to have a good time at this place, and you know, like we stay at the Luxor, and it's right next to it. So every time you pull up to the parking lot, you see it, like boom, right there, biggest day, Mandalay Bay, and it's just like one of those things. You're like, you know what I mean? Like
I want to know. Like I don't know what you mean. Honestly, I don't know what you mean, Trey.
It's just it's just like an eerie feeling, and you see that kind of stuff inspires you, like in ways that you don't really see coming, ways that you don't really see yourself drawing inspiration usually. But you know what I'm saying? You can't think about it like, you know what I'm saying? Like next Halloween. What am I gonna put out, or what, you know what I'm saying? If I had a Halloween collection, like what would I put out? And it's like, dude, I'm gonna do something about the Mandalay Bay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like and it's like it's real life creepy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so like sense. It's little stuff like that just makes you like think about like where life is going in 20 years, or what, you know what I'm saying, like what design could be 20 years from now, or what, you know what I'm saying, like mentally, like where people are going to be at, you know what I'm saying? Like you think of like just like literally that, like I said, that school shooting that just happened, like his parents was crazy, you know, and like that kid was crazy, and like, you know what I'm saying, they talk about all these like things that happened up until that point, where like, you know, they sent the kid to the office, like teacher saw something on his paper, like, cause my mom's a teacher, she was a teacher, and she's like, you know, when a kid is crazy. You know it. You just have this gut feeling because you work with kids all the time. You don't see the same things that these kids that are per se crazy enough to do some shit like, you know, shoot up school or something like that. And you know what I mean? Like these like little like not minute details, but because it's not really a minute detail at this point. It's like it's right there on the wall. The teacher said, "Hey, this kid's like drawing pictures of him like killing people and blah blah this and that." It's like, all right, maybe we should do something about that. Right. But it doesn't happen. It's like, dang, humanity, F. We failed that. You know what I'm saying? You failed. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. People getting trampled at a Travis Scott concert. Like, how do you not see the person next to you, or like you as like a concert goer, not like stop dancing and be like, hey, maybe help these people out, or hey, like let's all stop pushing each other, and like as a group of people, instead of the artist stopping his concert for y'all to get your shit together. Why can't y'all as a people just get your shit together? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's little stuff like that, bro. It's like, and
which will never happen.
Yeah. Well, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Why? Because like the world's just getting crazier, bro. Like people have a disregard for personal space, for, you know, common sense. It's like, common sense is not common anymore. So
everybody looks one way.
Yeah, tunnel vision mind.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, dude, that is nuts.
I mean,
nuts,
about
bro.
that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you guys think, considering, I mean, we haven't had the chance to talk about it, but I think this is a good time. Virgil, I mean.
Oh, yeah, man. That's sad, bro.
Right? I mean.
But at the same time, you see why he worked as hard as he did and how much, like, there's a lot of stuff with his name on it, bro.
Yeah, he left a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff with his freaking name on it, man. And that is just because that is a testament to how hard he freaking worked, bro. He just was like at it every single time, day in and day out. And like, you know what I mean? It wasn't to the point, it was to the point where it's like, you just put, you know what I'm saying, quotation marks or something, it would just go up. Literally, you know what I mean? And like, you want to like with this thing, I'd love to achieve that kind of success. Mm-hmm. But I think that success comes from being able to like, you know, have a vision that is like concrete and solid, and like, because that's what he had.
He had a very
straight,
very,
like,
very solid,
legit vision for what he was trying to do, and like this is exactly what, you know, it panned out exactly the way he thought it would, kind of sort of thing. So maybe not exactly how he thought it would, but it panned out. Why? Because he had all these things lined up in a way that made sense, at least a little bit. But yeah, dude, I freaking like, I love Virgil. I thought all of his shit was amazing. I'm so sad I don't have my Off-Whites anymore. I have one shirt. I have the Astroworld shirt from when the album came out. It was 2018 or something like that.
Is it Off-White?
It's Off-White. It's got like Travis Scott on the back, and it's like says Virgil Abloh on it. And I'm like, dang.
Dude,
wonder how much this shirt's gonna be.
Yeah, I know. I was about to just say that, dude. The resale value of everything is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's
insane. I went to his store when we were in Vegas, and I was like, hey, I should have brought that. I was thinking about buying a wallet. I was like, man, should I cash out on this wallet right now? Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, fuck, I should went and did it because at that point, like, man, $350 was a steal. Oh, now, because now that same wallet's worth like 200,000.
Yeah, now.
And he actually started Pyrex Vision right before he did Off-White. Mm-hmm. He failed that, or no? Did he fail?
He did a bunch of albums. He did the Watch the Throne album.
Watch the Throne album cover. He did a lot of things like prior to like Off-White.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff with it. Yeah. Even with his name on it that you don't even know has his name on it, and that's what's crazy about him. Mm-hmm. That's just honestly, that whole like group of people that like came up with Kanye West, they all like.
Yeah, wasn't he the head creator?
Well, not really, because there's him. There's Don C. Just Don. There's like Farnsworth Bentley. I think there's Heron Preston. You know that brand?
No.
Heron Preston. That shit's tight. Like, he has some pretty cool stuff. Who else, man? There's just a bunch of designers. Like, you know those Versace chain reaction shoes?
Yeah.
Those ones with the big old chains in them? That was somebody else that came up in his thing too. There's like, those Crocs that are about to come out. Salihi Brimbury? I forget his name. Black dude. I don't know how to say his name.
Are they those crazy, the whole nude?
They got like Crocs? A weird... Crocs, they're actually Crocs, but they have like a total...
I'll put them up on the screen right now.
Dude, put them
Are you pulling them up right now?
I'm going to pull them up because they're freaking tight.
I've never seen those things. They're actual Crocs?
Yeah.
I don't wear Crocs, man.
Yeah, I don't either, but these are pretty cool.
Nah, I fuck with Crocs. They're comfy.
You fuck with Crocs? Right here.
Yeah, they're comfy as hell. Long day on your feet, bro. Put on some Crocs.
Those look like, what are those Jordans? Which Jordans are they? Like,
oh, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, dude. Those are cool. So it's like...
You like these?
Those are sick.
Really?
I don't really mess with Crocs. Because I like I said, I work at Foot Locker, so I hate,
that's right, you do work.
I hate their boxes, bro. Their boxes are the hardest things to find in the bag. When people ask me for Crocs, I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there like, really, dude? You want these pieces? You want this crap? But
do you get the deals at Foot Locker, or do you guys get like the deals on like first, like the hottest shoes?
We get like first dibs on stuff that comes out.
Oh yeah,
but I mean, you don't always get it. So you got. It's like a raffle, just with all the your raffle pool is just as big as everybody that works at the store.
Oh, really?
So if you know what I'm saying, like you're, and then it's like a ratio too. So like they base it off of like a ratio off of how many the store got in total. You know what I'm saying? So if the store got, I think it was like 100 pairs, you get we get to only release like 20% of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's 20. for the people that work there. And then if there's more than 20 people on the list, you know what I'm saying? It's a raffle from that 20. And there's 20 different sizes in there that you could get. So
damn. Hey, that's still fresh though.
It's still a really good chance compared to a lot of these other people who have like zero, because people be coming in and be like, oh, I want this retro, and be like, they ain't really ever shopped at the store, because you know what I mean? Like you have an account, and you have an account, and you be like, when you have a good account, like you'll win most of the time, because
really?
Yeah, because you build like loyalty points with the store. And you start to gain.
Oh, so is that the key right there?
Yeah, if you build loyalty points at the store, bro, you're gonna get every release.
Oh,
yeah. So you just gotta buy a bunch of
GBD. There you go. That's the answer right there, dude. If you guys want first dibs at Foot Locker,
you gotta buy.
You guys got to sign up.
You gotta sign up for the FLX account, and then you gotta buy stuff with that FLX account. So like, if you're not buying like the shoes, like you might as well get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or something, like, because that's just gonna help your chances. Like honestly. Don't tell anybody I told you that.
No, you're all good. But, what do you got going on for the rest of the year, dude? We're almost at the end of the year.
We're almost at the end of the year.
With Cerebral
stuff. Honestly, I wanted to drop season 2 this fall, but with the way that things have gone, I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. Maybe a couple. I mean, like, far as like, I want, like, right now I'm actually doing some stuff with Edison.
Okay.
What
do you mean? Like,
I'm doing their like clothing collection for the baseball program.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna do like a little, they're obviously try to fundraise a little bit, and they're gonna do some clothes, like, so just say Edison, because dude, when I went to Edison High, it was impossible to get gear that said Edison High on it.
Really?
So it was hard. Like it was like, you go to all these I used to hate you guys' clothes schools, bro. You guys all had all the gear, everything said Buchanan on it, all things said Close High, all that stuff that just said your school's name. It was like tight, and it was name brand, it was some Nike shit, or it was like, it was legit. Edison, bro, we had none of that shit, bro. None of it.
Also, I remember paying $400, $500 every single year for that.
But that $400, $500 went into your program. Yeah. And that's what made you guys look better than us. You guys, like, showed up, and it didn't look like, y'all was a rec team.
Yeah. And the worst part about it, though, was like, we didn't have a choice. Like, we had a total bill. Remember that, dude? Like,
but honestly, I'm sorry, but that's the way it has to be. Because like, when I got into college, like we fundraised like crazy. When I went to COS, like that was the first thing we did. And like you get how the school makes the money that it makes, because like you got all these people who want to come out and play the sport or whatever. Not everybody's gonna make the team. There are only 9 spots on the field. And you show up with like 30, 40 dudes at the beginning of the year, and they all fundraise for you. They all bring in at least $100. You know what I'm saying? You start to make some boku cash, because and then after that, it's spent on the people who actually make the team, who actually get the gear that you're going to give to the players or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever trips you guys go on, that's what's funding it. It's all these people who came out and tried and didn't make it. So, you know what I mean? You see the capitalism in it.
And I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but dude, we would fundraise too. We would fundraise and we would still have to pay.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, you gotta make money to spend money. So
yeah, that's true. I guess.
That's I mean, baseball's not a cheap sport to play, bro. It's expensive. It's up there with golf, and that's why rich people play it.
So I noticed this little quote was around: thought precedes action.
Yes,
action does always precede thought. What does that mean to you?
Like, thought precedes action is like kind of how I want to operate, because like ideally you'd want to just act based upon everything you do is like, okay, well thought out, like, what I'm saying, I'm not making no moves that would jeopardize me in any way, shape, or form. But that doesn't always happen, because like sometimes you act without thinking about it. You act without off just straight emotion, or just what I'm saying, you haven't put a complex thought behind it. You put a thought behind it, but it wasn't like a good one. And so like that's just kind of like the way that the brand just because it says it right here on the
Oh, you put that on the label, the size label?
Yeah, created in Los Angeles, thought precedes action. So like it's just one of those things where saying if I want you to live by a word or a quote, that's the one I want you to think of when you see my stuff. So that's kind of my MO, I guess.
Yeah. What did the pandemic ever affect you when you were trying to do this?
The pandemic gave me time to create, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I've
heard from a couple people like when they were just starting to get their shit rolling and everything, and then soon, boom, COVID hits, pandemic shuts them down.
That is how it kind of went down.
You dumped a bunch of money, you wasted a little bit of money, you know, and you got to wait.
But if anything, that only like helps the creative process. That only helps you come up with more things to talk about. In my case, at least, because just the way we talked about all these things that have happened so far, like the pandemic was something that has happened and that you draw inspiration from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see the way things played out and you're like, okay, I can draw something about that. Or you could, I'm coming up with something about that. And you end up with more stuff. So it helped me out a little bit. I can't say that financially it did as much good for me as it did creatively, but
I would say like creatively, dude, you could have pulled a lot from the pandemic.
Yeah, dude.
Like
all the freaking TV you watch, all the sitting at home you do, all the video games you play. Yeah, like I did on my Instagram. I did a little like gaming roundup, and that was during the pandemic because that was all I was doing, just straight playing Call of Duty and Apex and just FIFA and shit. It's like those are the things I play. But it gives you know what I'm saying, like ideas for opportunity for ideas. Like what brand do you know has a like gaming team?
Oh, you have a gaming team?
I'm trying to build one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm trying to build one, bro.
What's it gonna be called?
I don't know yet because I want it to be all encompassing, like a bunch of different games and stuff. But like I had it because like I was playing a lot of Call of Duty. I was playing a lot of Apex, and it was going to be like called the Cerebral Mind Trust Headshot Club. And it's just about it's a shooting game thing. So we just and we had a good group of dudes, bro. Like one of my friends still plays with them. Vince still plays with them, and dude, it was like a bunch of different guys from like all over the place. I had guys from Seattle, guys from like Oregon, guys from Arizona, just all like, you know what I'm saying? Like all over the place we would just play. And it was like more than just like 3 or 4 guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like a group of like 8-10 dudes just because we all play together at some point in time during the day or something like that. And like, it was one of those things where it's like, man, if I could have streamed, like then I would have probably built a following, made some money with it. You know what I'm saying? Seen where it went. But like, other things come up and you start to work again. And it's like, I don't have the time to be playing.
I feel like with video games, dude, I used to play video games like crazy, bro. Like, and I had to stop because I was putting in way too much time due to like the PS4 rather than what I was actually like currently trying to do or anything like that.
You see days go by and you're like, okay, like everything else in life is not progress, but like my level in this game has gone up by like 6. Like you're like, dang, like I haven't checked my freaking email in like 2 days, but
no, dude, it's scary. But sometimes you do need that mental break from everything else that's going on, and like I sometimes I kind of want to get back onto the PS4 and hop on just for like a couple hours or something, like just get away from everything else that's happening. Play a little bit of Rocket League. I fuck with Rocket League.
Okay.
You fuck with Rocket League?
I had a roommate that used to play it like a lot, and he was like super good, and like I just watch him play it because I was like I couldn't play at that level. That's one of those games where you need like experience to be good.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
but you're more of the shooter games.
I mean, I like single person games too, bro. Like I used to fuck with God of War crazy. The new Spider-Man game, I played that a lot.
Are you excited for the Spider-Man movie?
Oh, bro.
Dude. Oh my gosh, we were talking to one of our homies, bro, and he was like talking about how like tickets to get a movie are it's like a resale, like you're trying to buy a pair of sneakers now.
Yeah, bro, and I'm like, man, I'm just trying to see this. I'm just trying to see this movie without people spoiling it for me. Bro. That's all. That's it, dude. I'm not trying to be. I don't want to be first to tell nobody else what happened. I just want to see it for myself. Be able to come with my own, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't stand when people like. Because I remember when the first Avengers movie came out. And people were yelling, Iron Man died as soon as they came out the movie theater. I was like, what the hell, man? Why would you do that?
Coming straight out of the movie theater.
Running out, like just yelling out spoilers and shit. Like, that is so foul. Like, why
dude, the Nelk Boys did that actually. Remember they did a prank like that.
Something like that.
They were at the movie theaters and they suited up. Or no, was it them? Oh, I think it was maybe Logan Paul. I don't know. Something like that. They dressed up in the Avengers like Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, and they were out at the movie theaters and they were just saying like they weren't saying the actual spoiler because they didn't see the movie yet, but they were just throwing out random shit and people were getting all pissed. It was funny. It was actually really funny.
Dang.
But dude, that movie's gonna be nuts, bro.
Yeah.
But how dude, that's stupid how like a ticket to that movie though is like a pair of sneakers now. It's like the resale.
It's not worth it.
Like humanity again.
Yeah.
That's an F.
Yeah, that's another F for society.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the hat game going on.
Oh, bro,
my
that's
gosh,
even
bro.
that's even crazier. If you really want to talk about it, like I think the way that hats have gone up,
I think
that's
it's
actually
stupid.
like I don't think it can get worse.
No, yeah, same. I think it's crazy because like I think it's because of like you were saying, the oversaturated of the shoe game. So people are trying to figure out this next thing. They do the hats, and now
it's only gonna last. It's not gonna last that long.
No.
So these people paying hundreds of dollars, just forewarning you guys, those hats are not gonna be worth that much in a few years.
Like, yeah, some of them are cool hats,
Cool as
but I mean,
hell.
I'm not spending.
And honestly, bro, like all the patches and shit, like
Cluttery.
It's sometimes it's too much. You
Yeah.
know?
Sometimes too much.
Sometimes
I
it's
fuck with
too
it, though.
much.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
not gonna say some of them don't look good because some of them has to do with looking good, but you know, the wearability of that shit for real is gonna go down. Like once it kind of like
Well, now
plateaus
it's
in popularity.
Yeah, well, now it's like if you don't have a patch on your hat, now you got like the not cool hat,
Right? And it's like,
what? I was just wearing
bro?
the same hat.
It's like
I've been wearing
I've been wearing new air caps since
dude.
since elementary school.
Yeah, like, what?
And now all of a sudden my new air caps without the patches on them
Aren't the cool
aren't
ones.
cool.
Yeah,
It's like okay.
Dude, I've seen a couple too that are just hideous. Like, I mean, like patch here, patch here, patch here, patch in the back, like just patches
Yeah.
everywhere. And
Too
I'm
much
like,
going
yo, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, who started the patches? Like, why is everyone just all of a sudden like slap, patch, just slap,
I think
patch
when they started going back to doing the World Series patches on in like the MLB, like people started to see it and they're like, oh, I want a hat like that. And then they started selling World Series patch hats for teams that had gone and won. Because if you had, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, if you're a baseball fan, you saw somebody with a hat that had a World Series patch on, and you're like, oh, did you go to the game? Or did you buy it online when the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can only get them for a certain amount of time.
Right.
And so that, I think, started it. And then from there, it just started to balloon, mushroom effect.
Yeah.
See, I remember the Giants back in the day winning the World Series. You know, I'd go get my the gold new air hats when they'd go to the championship, but I didn't not like the.
Now people are just buying random, like it'd be like a bright, like freaking like green,
throwing fucking
New
colors
York
and
Yankees
everything.
hat with a bunch of patches on you. Like,
don't even know a Yankee player.
no, yeah. It's just like,
So wait,
come
is this
on.
all right? This is just an all.
Oh,
black.
that's fine, bro.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
that's a classic.
Yeah,
I don't know,
you
but
can tell me more
classic.
than one.
But it doesn't have a
Yankee
patch.
player.
It doesn't have a patch.
Well, yeah, but it's.
So I'm just making sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
I'm just saying. We were talking about
kidding, but-
humanity. Like,
It's all right.
It is.
But
all right,
no, but let's before we wrap up here pretty soon, we've got a couple more deeper questions, you know, if not necessarily too deep, but if money was not an issue or no object in your life, Trey, what is the one thing that you're going to go do?
Oh, if money wasn't an
Because
option.
you're a little bit different than some of the other people out there. Because I've never experienced or talked to anyone who thinks the way you do. You're taking it to another
if
level.
money
I'm
wasn't,
sure there's other people out there, but from personally, you're one of a kind. Tell me what you would do though. If
I had to think
object.
about that question for a second, honestly, because you know when you have money for days, I don't know. I'm one of those people where it's like I would still probably like look into every financial decision if I was like paid. You know what I mean? Like like you'd say if money wasn't an option, or you were living like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or something, you just do shit and you wouldn't care about how much it costs to do shit. But I feel like I'm one of those people that would still care, and so I don't know, bro. I'd travel for sure.
Yeah.
I would travel my ass off. I would go everywhere. Like I would just get on a boat and just
boat.
Yeah. You ever been on a cruise?
I've been on a cruise.
Cruises are freaking fun. So I would probably cruise everywhere. Yeah. Do that first and then see what happens from there. I don't know, like go to Fashion Week or something.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like do something crazy. Like I don't know. I like seeing places, seeing things. So
meeting new people.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I mean, as long as they're good people, I don't have a problem with it. But like seeing places is like one of the biggest things for me.
As long as you're out of California, I feel like most people are nice. So.
Yeah.
Every situation we met.
I would say honestly, but
Yeah, leaving the country though, that would probably be one of the first things I would do is go somewhere off
and not
of
Mexico, right?
No, I'm talking like fucking Europe or
somewhere in Europe.
Go to like Japan or something crazy.
Japan
would be tight.
You like anime?
Yeah, I like Attack on Titan.
Oh, I don't really watch it. Isaiah watches it, dude. Like it's freaking.
If you're gonna watch any anime, you gotta watch Attack on Titan. I think that's the best one. Or I thought Death Note was good, but that's like a shorter series.
When's the next art hop that you're going to?
Dude, honestly, I haven't been able to go to art hop like crazy like I wanted to because CBA we've been coaching nonstop every Tuesday, Thursday.
Coaching baseball takes a lot of time, man.
But it's a very rewarding experience because I worked with 10-year-olds this time around, and like that was my first time working kids that young, and they're like little sponges, dude. Once you like really start talking to them and stuff, they kind of they pick up on the information, and like you could tell that you're still young to them to the point where you're not like grown. And so they see you telling them how to do something, or you're telling them to do something, and it's not one of these like older dudes telling them. They kind of like, oh, I'm trying to impress them. You know, you can see it on their face, you can see it on the way they act. And so that's fun. It's fun to use that energy to like create. You know what I'm saying? Like in this situation, create a better ball player because these kids they get really good. You know, like starting that young. You know, because I started playing travel ball when I was in like. I want to say like I did all-stars and stuff when I was their age, but I didn't start doing travel for real till I was like 11 or 12. And you know what I'm saying? Even them starting doing this now at 10. And you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have a coaching staff that was as young as I am when I was playing, but I would have really enjoyed it. So these guys, you give them that and you give them that energy that like, like, cause I do events and he's, 24, 25 too. And, like Vince for Sula. Yeah. And we're, doing this team together, and it's like it's funny because you get a kid that hasn't done one thing right, or you go out there and you spend 5 minutes with them, you start to do it right, and you know what I mean. They've been with these older guys or whatever for however long. They've been like, oh man, I can't get him to do this, can't get him to do that. And you be like, you go over to the kid and you be like, hey bro,
it's all how you approach.
You know what I mean? You like, hey bro, listen up, I want you to try this, and then they'd be like, okay. And they go out there and they do it, bro.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. When you coach like our age, like when we coach kids, like younger kids, like they look to us as like that older brother, and they begin to trust us. The moment they trust you, dude, they're exactly like a sponge, man. You tell them something, they're gonna get it done.
Yes, coach.
But when they start, we experience this a little bit. I'm not sure if any of them are listening right now, but when they start to turn from that 13 to 14, they begin to start being a little more cockier. They begin to start talking back a little bit more now. And
you see that because I did 10s, but I had 11s too for some games. And then I'd go and like spend some time with, because like just like depending on the day, you'd show up to the facility and there'd be like, 13-year-old group there or whatever. And they'd kind of be like, they're messing around. You don't try to tell them anything because, I'm not your coach. And like, I used to hate it when I was playing and some random dude just coming to me trying to tell me how to do something. So I'd be like, unless you like, are there looking for, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be the opportunity for you to coach somebody first off. And when the opportunity presents itself, then you got to go in and do your thing. But you know what I mean? Some of the older kids, you got to talk to them and be like, I'm not gonna listen to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
they give you that, that.
Yeah,
and that's what pisses you off.
Yeah, and you're like, bro, all right, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Keep sucking then. I'm
not worried about it.
Keep going 1 for 10 on the weekend.
Keep sucking, bro. That's fine. So it's just not ready for it. So but it's just. So,
let's consider, we've learned a lot this year, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
And, 2021's wrapping up. So what's one thing you're going to bring into 2022? That you've learned this year?
I want to say the mistakes I've made in 2021, bring that into 2022, knowing not to make them again. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Like you really like see where you fell, or you know what I'm saying? Like you failed at. And see how you can improve. I feel like that's what makes you a better person. Yeah. So doing that is probably one on top of my list of things I want to do in 2022. I don't know. Like I saw a freaking a meme, and it was the other day, and it was like, I don't see a lot of people posting 2022 gonna be my year. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are mad cautious about that now. And I was like, that's real though, because it's like this year is like a big like mirror, like look right into the mirror in your eyes kind of year, because like you got a lot of time to be with yourself, a lot of time to like, a lot of people's like routines changed, and sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worst, And you know what I mean? Like you're kind of seeing like, all right, well, this next year I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like not like plan over into the future because you can't really see what's going to happen because like nobody saw COVID being the way it was going to be or like any of the way that this year played out being that how it was going to happen. And you know, like, dude, a lot of people like passed away and stuff this year. Like it was crazy, you know?
Dude, like just in the last week, I've known 4 different people, dude, that have passed away.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude. It's been wild. It's been wild. So you know what I mean? Like you can't literally look into the next year being like, okay, this is gonna happen. It's like, no, not really. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm prepared for what's gonna happen though. You know what I'm saying? Prepared to take the ease and flows, like to dodge the punches of the year. And
if at the moment or it's okay to be prepared and it not go your way. At that point, you have to adapt. Yeah. Then you just have to start adapting and changing the way things go. But that's good because not only I think should we learn from our own mistakes, but I think we should also learn from others. Like, you know, because we're going to be starting some clothing here in like the near future eventually. And, you know, we're just starting out. So I'm sure your mistakes, you could fill us in, help us out and be like, yo, you guys don't do that. Avoid staying away from that. You know, go this route. So I think mistakes, that was very wise. Yeah. You learning from your mistakes this year and taking them into next year.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome, man. But
we also apologize for the flies too. Yeah. But as we had
hey, I live in the country, bro. So I
don't know if you're familiar with the rapper Fashawn.
Yeah.
He came in, he said that now that when the flies are around, it means that you're the shit. So I guess you're the shit of the episode. So last question, I think. 3 things you want to accomplish.
3 things 2022. Accomplish 2022. Drop some more clothes. That's 1. 2. I want to say get back into school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't finished yet, so I'm gonna go back and try.
Did you stop during COVID?
Yeah, and before that. So like I was going to go back during COVID, but then it kind of like messed up the semester, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's online and. I don't know. It was just making more sense to work, you know, at the time. So like I just started working like crazy. And 3rd thing, I'm gonna keep it consistent. Say travel some more, maybe, because you know traveling is fun.
Traveling is very fun.
Traveling is fun, and seeing the world gives you experience, and you know I want to gain more experiences. So.
100%, man.
Cerebral Mind Trust right there.
Cerebral Mind Trust, baby. Where can they find you?
I got an Instagram.
I'll put it all below in the description for you guys.
You always Cerebral. Ask and then you say
and then he says it after. Yeah, it's all good. But Cerebral Mind Trust. CREBRAL MINDTRUST all together on Instagram. It has the link to the site is on there. I don't know the thing off the top of my head for that. No, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah, it'll be in the description and everything.
So, but yeah, that's about it, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you for coming on.
Well, yeah, and hey, make sure before you guys leave, before we close out, we guys still got a giveaway. So
Smart Catch.
Yes. If you haven't heard about it, Smart Catch giveaway. It's a perfect gift. You know, gift idea, a little baseball, glow in the dark, get your thing going. Description down below. And that was the last announcement I had. Sorry.
Yeah, no. After we edit, where we're gonna go?
We're gonna go play some catch.
We're gonna go play some catch, dude.
Nice.
So guys, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to Guys Being Dudes for another week for episode 27. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, if you're a visual learner, then YouTube. Make sure you guys press that like button, subscribe, comment, share the video. Trey, like I said, man, appreciate you again. Thank you so very much. The hoodies are sick. Yes. I'm going to be rocking mine all day.
See it around.
Dude, we're going to be rocking this, man. But RJ, I'm out.
Yeah, and I'm Luke, and it's another great Tuesday, December 7th, episode 27. Can't be any better, right? It's Taco Tuesday, GBD everywhere. Trey, thank you.
No problem.
We're out.
No problem.